Welcome to More Good News Only. I'm Lashana Guy, and this is Good News Only, the show where we celebrate the stories that uplift and inspire, bring us all together, really, every weekday morning at 10:30 a.m. and then again at 1 p.m. We are recapping the Good News Only, the feel-good headlines, the community, and the local wins that bring a little more light to your day. And I want to hear from you too. So if something good is happening in your world, a personal victory, a community success, a birthday, or just something that made you smile, send me an email, news25 at week.com, and let me know what your good news is. I would love to share it right here on the show with everyone. Now, today's show is full of good news, as always. For starters, I'll say it again. I said it this morning. It's the weekend. And now, for those of you who work on weekends, my heart is with you. And it's your Monday, or maybe it's not your Monday, maybe it's your Wednesday. Either way, my heart is with you, and I will rejoice with you when it is your Friday. But today is my Friday, and although I love coming here and being with you every week, I love the weekends. I love a good do nothing, right? Now, this is not a do nothing weekend for me because I actually am doing something. I think I've told you all that I'm planning a birthday party for my sister for Saturday. And you know what? And what I like about that kind of stuff is having somewhere to get dressed up and go to. Like I really enjoy that most of the time. There are days where I'm like, having to find something to wear. How am I going to do my hair? That whole thing. You have to be in the mood for that. But there are times where I like getting dressed and going somewhere. Like I think there's an element of self care in getting dressed up. You know what I'm saying? And doing your hair and getting out and just getting fresh air and being around other people and laughing. I can't wait to tell you about the birthday party on Monday. Usually every Monday I ask you what you did and I have nothing to share. Unless I go out of town or something. But typically, I'm just at home, which is always good for my soul. But this is really going to be good. It's really going to be a special weekend. And I would like to know, what are you all doing this weekend? Let me know. News25week.com. Put Hey Shauna in the subject line so I know it's for me. But I want to know what you're doing this weekend. Where are you going? It's membership swap. Membership swap weekend. So it's the Riverfront Museum, the zoo, Peoria Playhouse, the Children's Museum. If you have memberships there, you can swap and go to whichever one you want this weekend. So are you doing something with the kids, or maybe you're just taking yourself? Because that sounds like a weekend I would like and enjoy all by myself. Either way, let me know what you're doing this weekend. I would love to talk about it on Monday. We can share stories. For now, we'll have more good news only after the break. Welcome back to more Good News Only. Let's get into our first good news story of the day. I'm going to pull up our lower third here. And, excuse me, I almost sneezed. So this little adorable dog is at 712 Fit in Sioux City, Iowa. He's a special member of the gym, and he is stealing the spotlight. His name is Reeves, the gym dog. So gym goers like Alicia Hedrick, who you're going to see coming up here pretty soon, and Anthony Mehta say that Reeves brings energy, joy, and motivation to every workout. The dog was rescued through Noah's Hope, and owner Liddy Rudin, who you just saw there a few minutes ago, was Anthony. He actually said that he owns a business himself, and he wishes that he had a gym dog, or not a gym dog is what he called it, but he wishes that he had a dog, emotional support dog, in his business. He really, really, really does enjoy the dog. I mean, you can tell that is genuine. Like, he loves that dog, and he just comes to the gym. He said it instantly turns his day around when he comes in the gym, to see and sees that dog is able to greet and play with and pet the dog. So that's really cool. The dog was rescued, like I said, through Noah's Hope, and the owner, Lydia Rudin, says that she was a foster fail who found her forever home. So I guess I don't understand how she would be a foster fail. Isn't she like a cute little dog? Like, who would, maybe she just had a lot of energy. I don't know. That's interesting. I would think the little cute ones go and stay first. But hey, just because you fail in one area or it doesn't work out over here doesn't mean that there is not a place for you in this world. It looks like this is exactly what she should be doing. She is the cutest little dog. She looks like a little old lady in the face. But she's adorable. Very, very alert. I wonder if she was just too busy for some families. But Reeves now acts as an emotional support companion, greeting members and boosting the morale. Members say that her presence makes workouts more enjoyable and even inspires others to adopt pets. Look, I mean, she's just standing by the door. It doesn't look like she knows any strangers. I mean, look at that. They're holding her like she's just the family pet at the gym. That is so cute. It's a heartwarming example of how a second chance can make a big impact. And we talked about something similar yesterday. Remember the horse, the police horse that helped to track down the suspect in a purse snatching case? We came to find out that that was a rescue horse. Like, it was actually supposed to go to slaughter, and it found a home, forever home, with the NYPD. And now that horse is a hero. I mean, viral and known nationally now, as a hero. So again, I hope that we take this as an example in our own lives where you know how they say rejection is God's protection. Yes, sure, I agree with that. But also, I think, maybe just, and I don't mean to dismiss that, but I'm just saying sometimes we think about protection as like protection from something bad. But sometimes rejection is a no in one area is a yes in something else in some other area. It's all I'm trying to say. They weren't the horse wasn't meant to go to slaughter. That wasn't supposed to be his end. And Reeves wasn't supposed to be with those other families, those other foster homes. She was supposed to be in the gym. Look at her. She's right where right where she belongs. So sometimes rejection is a yes someplace else. So congratulations to both of them. So look, speaking of animals, I thought this was the cutest story, and I thought you would love it. So there was a little stuffed animal that became lost during the Boston Marathon in Boston, Massachusetts. So this 3-year-old, her name is Daisy Pedrick, and she lost her beloved stuffed cat, Sarah. Her mom, Katie, turned to social media in hopes of finding the missing toy. And there was a volunteer named Allie Foley, with the help from her own dog, Foxy Lady, searched the Back Bay neighborhood late into the night. And I love this. I love that they contacted, first of all, the reporter in the story you see here on the screen went to this lady. This is Allie. They went to her and asked her if she could help find it because she's a community volunteer, is what she's known as. And she said, well, Foxy Lady could use a walk, we'll go out. So literally, she took the dog for a walk and searched, intentionally searched for this little stuffed cat, for this little girl. And I thought that was the sweetest thing. I thought it was the sweetest thing. I just love when I come across people who are just so open to help and to serve, especially when it just comes to like they're just giving of their time, just because it's somebody needs it, and so they step in. And so she did this so simple. She just said, "Well, we're gonna go for a walk anyway," and she went for the walk. And after checking the streets and the trash bins, she found the toy on the street. And Daisy was this is after they had already done a cleanup. She says her and Daisy were just walking along, and she did not believe they would find it at all. She looked down, and there was something furry on the ground, and lo and behold, it was little stuffed cat Sarah. So Daisy was reunited with Sarah the next morning near the marathon finish line. The story highlights the community spirit and teamwork surrounding the marathon event. I absolutely love it. They said that this event is about community. I look at it and I think, oh, okay, it's about a marathon. But for them, it is about community, and supporting one another. And I think this is the perfect example of that. A little stuffed animal, and she went out and found that for that baby. This is another feel good moment, this time involving a very young officer. He is adorable, and he's an honorary kid cop in Colton, California. So, 4-year-old Ezra Garcia was sworn in as an honorary police officer, and instead of the usual oath, Ezra promised to obey his parents and be a good boy. His family says that he's loved the police officers his entire life. And the opportunity came for his aunt, or this opportunity came after his aunt contacted dispatch for a birthday surprise visit from officers. And so police officers say that the ceremony helps strengthen relationships with the community. And it's just a memorable moment for a young fan of law enforcement. Like you could see him sitting in the front seat of that car. You can tell he takes it very, very seriously. He's an adorable little boy. But I love that. I wonder what sparked his interest in, because he is very young, what sparked his interest in the police. But I wonder if it was the uniform or the heroic efforts. He is the cutest little thing. Either way, he has been sworn in as an honorary officer. Would really be interested to see if that's something that he achieves in his adult life. So, moving from little bitty young ones to a story about the world's oldest nun. First of all, I am shocked that I think 113 is the oldest person I have read about to date. 113. That's crazy. She's been 113. That I just can't even imagine that in my mind. So her name is Sister Frances, and she is in Amityville, New York, and she celebrated this 100th birthday. She's been recognized by the Guinness World Records as the oldest nun. So it's official. A member of the Sisters of Saint Dominic, she joined the order when she was just 17 years old. Sister Sister Frances, says that she spent decades working as a teacher at both high school and college levels, and she was honored with a large birthday celebration attended by her community. Pope Leo XIV even sent a proclamation marking the special milestone. Inspiring stories will continue after the break. Welcome back to more Good News Only. So now we're going to talk about a cute. I love this story. I love, especially in light of prom season. I enjoyed hearing this story yesterday. It's about a group of women who have this biannual event. They host it for other women in their community, but these women happen to have intellectual disabilities and physical disabilities. And I thought this was the sweetest thing ever. We were just talking about how getting dressed and dressing up sometimes does wonders for our emotional well-being. It just makes us feel good. And 15 women with developmental and intellectual disabilities took part in the Miss Inspiration pageant. Contestants, including Lindsay Nava, showcased their personalities through interviews and performances. Parents like Lord Jackson say the event gives participants a chance to shine and feel included. Executive Director Dave Hennessy says the pageant creates unforgettable experiences for all the families. Winners will spend 2 years participating in community events and appearances. Organizers emphasize that every participant is celebrated as a queen, and you can tell they definitely celebrate these women, and the women appear to feel celebrated. The families are all so proud. Look at that. I mean, you could the smile on her face. You can't buy that. It's beautiful. I absolutely look at this one. I mean, the confidence that lives on the inside of her is amazing. Congratulations. Look at her. She's so happy. This is amazing. I absolutely love this idea. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So, listen, a couple weeks ago, it might not have even been a couple weeks ago, but not too long ago, I was just thinking, I don't know what sparked the thought, but I wondered, do they still have toys in the cereal boxes? Random thought. It just popped into my mind and went away. Well, I just learned, and now you are, that Kellogg's is bringing back a childhood favorite toys inside the cereal boxes. So the promotion is tied to the upcoming release of Toy Story 5, and this marks the first time in more than a decade that collectible toys are included. I don't know why they would stop putting toys in them to begin with. Like, I can't believe that was something that they stopped doing. The movie, though, is set to hit theaters June 19th. It's a fun throwback, blending nostalgia with major film releases. And finally, dedication that spans decades, and we'll talk about that after the break.
You like whispering.
Am I whispering?
Your voice is really, really low. I think it
I
was.
was, you know, the funny thing, I just had Ziggy Marley song popped in my head.
It just made me.
Welcome back to Morgan News Only. So, listen, there is a person in Minnesota who is celebrating 50 years of service as an EMS. 50 years. 50. I mean, I don't know if my ADHD would allow that, but 50 years of service. I thought that was pretty incredible. You could tell that he is still very, very enthusiastic about it. He's in Minnesota, as I said, and he began his career at age 22 in his hometown near Kenyon, Minnesota. Over the decades, he's witnessed major changes in emergency care and technology. You can tell this is something he's very, very passionate about. So he also he served 19 years as a volunteer firefighter while balancing family and work. Colleagues say he now mentors the next generation of EMTs with his experience. 50 years, I'll say. I mean, that would be a shame to let all of that knowledge and experience go to waste. 50 years. Even after 5 decades, he says he plans to continue serving as long as he is able. I mean, that is definitely dedication and passion. I always love to see when people find something they're passionate about and they're able to not just do it in their spare time, as a hobby, but they are able to actually live it. You know what I'm saying? They're actually to work it, and have it be a part of their life. And I think that's how you know when somebody has found their purpose. So congratulations to him on those 50 years. I'm sure that his colleagues definitely in the community appreciate him. Can you imagine all the people that he has come in contact with in his community and taken care of and assisted in some way? It's just an incredible story. Again, congratulations to him. Well, that's a wrap for me. Now I want to hear from you. Please go to news25 at WEEK.com and let me know what you thought about today's show. In the meantime, be sure to check out all of the evening newscasts and meet me back here Monday morning at 10:30 a.m. I'm LaShawna Guy for 25 News. Have a wonderful weekend.